Yes, I have just two questions. The first of all is, just going by rough estimates and calculations, we're talking about 550,000 euros per year for approximately 4,050 tons of fish. Going by this simply, that is 136 euros. 136 euros per ton. Your report, or report by the European price report here for fish, gives us figures. 1,290 euros for tuna per ton. Hake, 1,740 euros per ton of fish. Gambians are at loss. Can you explain the gross disparity between these two? I'm talking, for example, the gross figures going by your European price report of fish, FAO, we're talking 5 million euros per year at those same prices. And we're talking 5.4 million euros over the 6 years, if I quote you, sir. Yeah. Can you please explain this gross disparity?
Yeah, okay. It's very simple. This document you have is telling you what EU is doing. Whole agreement will include another 350,000 euros coming from the ship owners. This excludes the licenses they will pay. I always equate this like, I am a businessman. You don't go into business to lose money. The people coming to fish will have to buy their trawlers, their fishing gears, they will pay salaries, etc., etc. Would you expect them to have a loss? You don't go into business to make a loss. If we don't have this agreement, we have nothing. You are quoting big amounts of money. That is if they cut them. They are taking the risk. They don't even know where they will cut what we are agreeing. That is why in the agreement we make a provision. If you cut this amount, fine. If you don't cut it, you will still pay us for us. If you cut more, you pay us for the more you are getting. But let us try to be reasonable and understand. I know you are not businessmen, you are journalists. Somebody brings rice into this country or oil. We see what the prices are. Some will sell for 1,000, some will sell for 1,100. When you look at the FOB price, it's below $400. But they will have to ship it, they will have to pay demurrage, they have to pay duty, etc., etc. That is why the price has gone over 50% up. It's simple. So you don't go to sea, you don't catch, you don't sell.
But a huge disparity of 136 euro per ton, in between that to 1,740 per ton, is such a gross. That's over almost. That is something which seriously needs to be explained.
No, but you are missing some point. We are selling what is in the sea. You are buying from the store what is on the table. Don't you see the difference? You are talking about disparity. If you want to buy this now, you will pay a cost. Not so? That is because you have it. If you don't have it, how can you sell it? You don't expect people, like I said, to make an investment, to buy a trawler, etc., and say, I will go to sea to lose. You are risking your life, etc., etc. You want them to do business and lose? You will not, as a journalist. Even if you come to the private sector, you will not want to do business and lose money, would you?
So if I understand, you're saying that the selling price from these trawlers or these companies who fish this is what you are quoting, 1,000 something.
Yeah, this is the European.
And so the buying price from the producers, that's Gambia, you said there's a lot of difference.
There is a huge disparity.
And he's trying to explain how that difference comes about.
No, I think I have to come in here. You have to understand that we are dealing with species that are highly migratory and seasonal. Tuna is highly seasonal. It's not available in our waters all year round. And moreover, if we don't sign this agreement, our neighbors are signing it. They are making money. Their countries are benefiting, both in terms of financial compensation and capacity building. So what do? For 22 years, we have not been signing or renewing this agreement with the EU. Our neighbors have and are still doing that. Okay? This is not species that really you cannot guarantee that they are right now in our waters. You see? So what do? We have to sign it. We have to. And it's not that we are selling our sovereignty. It is the Gambia. We approached the European Union and requested to really to start the ring negotiation because we felt that it is a very important agreement for the country. It's going to support us fight against illegal, unregulated fishing activities. It's going to help us support fisheries organizations to work together for the sustainable management and development of the fisheries sector. So you have to understand, for Hake, you have to have the infrastructure, the trawlers, to go further deep sea. These are deep sea species. We don't have the trawlers available here. We do not have the infrastructure. And moreover, coming about the pricing structure, your question really tells me that you need to be really coached to understand fully how the operations work about. These people, they buy tons and tons and tons of oil to go and fish deep sea. In the deep sea, they use other resources. They employ Gambians. These are all additional benefits. But what do? We sit down, we cannot afford to do that. When our neighbors are really signing this agreement. In fact, moreover, why the European Union really want us to sign this agreement? They don't want their trawlers when they come after Mauritania, going right down, when they come to Gambian waters, then they remove their nets and poles. They don't want that. And this is good for us, my dear. This is very, very good for us. Don't think about this is added value price that you are quoting.
We want you to do a trade deal with the EU, but one which will benefit the Gambian people. Not
tuna,
one
we are not
be a
harvesting
loss
tuna. We
to
are
the
not
Gambian
harvesting
people.
tuna, neither Hake. So you are talking of species which really are of no economic relevance to us in terms of consumption. We don't have the means to harvest them. Deep sea. In the deep sea.
So,
Which Gambian trawler do
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yes.